Now, protests continue in Romania's capital after the government survived a vote of no confidence. Thousands gathered in Bucharest to demand the ruling coalition resign. Well, the people are angry about a proposal that would have decriminalised some acts of corruption. The government was forced to scrap the decree, which could have potentially freed politicians serving jail time. Well, our journalist Laurentiu Colintineanu joins us now from Bucharest with the latest on this. Laurentiu, good to speak to you as always. So they survived the vote of no confidence yesterday. Now, are they just going to carry on governing as usual?
Well, the Prime Minister certainly would like to have it that way. Yesterday, when he was debating in Parliament the vote of no confidence, he actually said that it would be time to, quote-unquote, put this silly stuff behind us and get back to what we have to do. And he said that he would have to get back to governing the country and do well for Romanians. Today at local time 2 p.m. There's a regular cabinet meeting scheduled where the Prime Minister wants to pass some legislation, some economic stuff. But we also have to expect to learn today what will become of the Romanian Justice Minister. Just a couple of days ago, the Prime Minister said that he would be expecting his resignation, otherwise he would be thrown out of cabinet because, says the Prime Minister, the Justice Secretary is to blame for the situation that the country is in right now, and that he should also face the consequences. Meanwhile, last night you saw thousands of protesters converging once again upon Victoria Square. Rallies are announced for today as well, and if that becomes true, if that is going to happen tonight, it'll be the 10th day in a row where Romanian protesters are gathering in central Bucharest and also in other cities to demand that the cabinet step down because it has lost the faith of the population.
Now, Laurentiu, just describe to us then where we go from here. As you say, it's going to be the 10th day in a row that we've had protests. The government survived that vote of confidence in Parliament yesterday. It would seem, looking on, that the government is going to maintain its position, the people will keep angry, but nothing much is going to change.
Well, at this point, given the attitude of the Social Democrats, let's say the country is in a bit of a stalemate, if you want to put it like that. The protesters are keeping their anger alive and voicing it in the streets. They want to keep the momentum going for the weekend when they are promising big rallies as we had last Sunday when Romania saw 600,000 people marching and demanding the resignation of the government. And the people are still wary also because of the fact that today, during the day, the Constitutional Court is going to debate the challenges against that controversial decree that were put forward. Today is the turn of the challenge that has been forwarded by the Romanian Ombudsman. Now, with some very intricate judicial mechanisms, it is still possible that that controversial decree could come into effect. So that's why the people and the whole of society, analysts, media, and opposition politicians as well are looking with precaution and are looking very closely to the verdict that the Constitutional Court is going to give today, because it might be that the country still gets to have those controversial changes applied.
And finally then, Laurentiu, if the people do get their way and this government does resign, is there someone waiting in the wings to step in, or do they want new elections?
Oh, but at this point, there's no one that's being rumored around to sort of take over the Prime Minister's role. And the people do not want early elections. Romania has had elections only back in December 2016, and it is the majority's opinion that early elections would be at this point too much. That has been also voiced by the president. When he spoke in Parliament 2 days ago, he literally said that early elections would be too much, but he suggested that this cabinet team should step down and that the Social Democrats do govern further, because it is their right, having won the elections and having such a comfortable majority. But winning an election, has been said many times over the last 10 days, does not necessarily give a party the right to do whatever they want, but they need to put in office a team that has the trust of the people and that also governs for the people and not for a small, corrupt political elite.
Absolutely. Okay, Laurentiu in Bucharest, thanks as always.